welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing Behind the Discs by Day7. Now before we get started, there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled on this manhwa, go ahead and click off now. No worries, I'll catch you next time. Now for those of you left behind, let's go over some content warnings. There may be references to a devastating car accident, manipulation, toxic relationships, codependency, self-loathing, PTSD, and military war imagery, as these things do appear in the manhwa. Now, if all that sounds good with you, let's go ahead and get started. As always, let's start out with a quick synopsis. Lee Tai-sung just got a job at his former high school. Naturally, he's a bit nervous about returning to a place after so long, but he's also nostalgic as he walks through its familiar gates. One key memory that still brings him joy is when he was in the infirmary, slacking off and napping. He woke up briefly to find a stranger sitting by his bedside. The stranger covered Tai-sung's eyes, keeping his identity somewhat vague, and prompting Tai-sung to fall back asleep. From then on, Tai-sung was in love with the stranger, and even today longs to reunite with him. To his surprise, while trying to find the main office for his first day, he runs into someone who looks very similar to his first love. He's not totally sure it's him, but he can't help but feel drawn to this fellow teacher because of their similarities. The teacher's name is Seo Sunny, also part of the science faculty. Tai-sung is the physics instructor, and Sunny is the chemistry instructor. Whether or not Sunny's the man Tai-sung has longed for all this time doesn't matter in the end. Tai-sung wants Sunny and will do what he can to get close to him. Now before we get too deep into the review, I want to note this is exclusively for the mature version of this manhwa. There is an all ages version, but I've not read it, so I can't discuss their differences. With that out of the way, let's start where we usually do, the art. One of the best things about the art style is that everyone looks their age. I feel like it's pretty common that everyone is smooth-faced or baby-faced, which doesn't really align with reality. Not that that is a bad thing. This is fiction after all, but in this particular series, it's super satisfying to have working adult characters that actually look somewhat like working adult characters. They're all still stupidly hot, but it's nice to see characters with bags under their eyes, looking tired most of the time, etc. I feel that. However, while I have praised the art for the most part, I have to admit that I'm not a massive fan of it overall. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's pretty inconsistent. The eyes look odd from certain angles, often appearing to come off the side of the character's face. There are some awkward poses and postures. Their bodies form upside down pyramids with little stick legs coming off of them when clothed, while they are thick in the nude, and some of their head shapes go a bit wonky. It can also feel a bit stiff and sterile. It's a unique style and I do like it, it's just not my favorite out there. While I'm not the biggest fan of the artwork, I'm fond of the story. Love triangles and unrequited love aren't for everyone, but I'm a pretty big fan. This has several love triangles, with Sunny being the object of the main one between Tai-sung and Sunny's ex-boyfriend, Kwon Young. However, there's also one between Sunny, Tai-sung, and Ho-sung, with Tai-sung being the center of it. Then there's the college friend, the ex, and Sunny, with the ex being the center. Finally, there's a love triangle between Sunny, Tai-sung, and another college friend, with Sunny being the center. There's a ton of unrequited love, which sets the foundation and pushes the story further. Everyone's goal is to get with someone else or to protect the one they love, which can be annoying or repetitive at times, but I tend to like those motivations, so it didn't bother me all that much. I also have to mention how much I love some humor in my smut. The Devil's Temptation is still the pinnacle of comedy for me, and this is no exception. This is some super cute and fluffy humor, especially with the students. It has a lot of the fun we see in high school focused work, but without the high school main characters, and in turn, the high school romance. It's a mature romance with a backdrop of high school humor and fluff. I love that combination so much. With all that being said, this isn't a favorite necessarily, but it's very okay. I think it's nice to look at for the most part. It has some super sexy smut, and it made me giggle a little bit. I don't think everyone has to read it, but it's a nice little story to pass the time with some lovely smut to satisfy the degenerates out there. I'm glad I read it, but not sure if I'd readily recommend it. So, have you read Behind the Desks? If so, what do you think? Do you agree with my assessment? Do you not? Let me know and comment below. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Bye!